We are globetrotting again, and this time we are venturing into Marrakech, Morocco. It's day number 2 in Marrakech. We wake up to a delicious Riyadh cooked breakfast, which was served hot and fresh and literally just steps from our room. For our adventure today, we booked a walking tour with a private guide who met us right after breakfast, conveniently at our Riyadh. After juggling the traffic and pedestrians that were rushing around us, we make it to our first stop, Jardin Mazarel, a garden sanctuary with exotic botanicals and boldly colored buildings. This garden has inspired many artists, including the French painter Jacques Mazarel, who conceived this large sanctuary in 1922, planting botanical specimens from all over the world. In 1980, Yves Saint Laurent and Pierre Bergy purchased the garden in 1966, saving it from destruction at the hands of hotel developers. Today, it lives on as a memorial and one of the top things to see and do while in Marrakech. It's also a favorite spot for Instagrammers and personal selfies, which I also took myself. Alfredo found it amusing to make fun of some of them, as he attempted a fashionable pose for that perfect Insta picture. He gets points for trying. It seemed a little crowded today, so we took in as much as we could and moved on. Right next door is the Yves Saint Laurent Museum. As we all know, he was a very famous designer and has 2 museums, one in Paris and one here in Marrakech. They showcase his most popular attributes to couture fashion. They stopped me from filming as soon as I got through the door, since any kind of photography is prohibited once you're inside the museum. So the only way to see his collection is to actually visit. Our guide, Osama, has now brought us back to the Medina of Marrakech. He was very thorough with history and Marrakech's culture, including interesting facts about their front doors. They have different ways to enter and communicate with those inside the home. Some have 2 knockers, one for the ladies and the other is used by gentlemen. They produce different sounds so that whoever is inside know who has come to the door. Women only answer to other women, and men only answer to other men. The well-known Hand of Fatima is the most popular door knocker in the Medina of Marrakech. It's the universal sign of protection from evil and can also mean good luck. Moving forward along our tour, we approach the beautiful Moulay El Aziz Mosque. Unless you are Muslim, you can't go inside, but it didn't stop us from admiring it from the outside. Our next stop is at With 100,000 Spices. Here, we got to see a demonstration on how argan oil is made and the different uses it has.
So concerning argan oil, it becomes from argan tree, the tree of goats. It exists only in Morocco, yeah? So the goats climb up the tree, they eat the fruits and they give the nuts. And these are the nuts of argan oil. You see the nuts here? Oh, so the Berber ladies, as you see, she cut it in 2 pieces, and inside you find like almond.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So when it's roasted, it means the hot press, we can have the cooking argan oil for salad and for dressing.
Oh.
But the cold press is the cosmetic one. It's good for face, broken nails, and skin. We have also spices for cooking, creams, perfumes, and aphrodisiacs. It means the Moroccan Viagra. No, you need anti-Viagra. Concerning spices, here we have a mixture of 35 spices.
Wow.
The name in Arabic is Ras el Hanout. We use it for couscous, tagine,
Love
and
that.
for meat.
Yes, my favorite.
Yeah, and this is good for ladies who don't know how to cook.
The spice blend known as Ras El Hanout, the one she referred to as the lazy wife spice, is a mix of 35 to 50 spices, herbs, and roots, representing the best that a particular spice shop has to offer. It also translates to top shelf. The Medina of Marrakech has various elements of Moroccan architecture, styles from different reigns and different times. It's known as the Red City because of the red pinkish buildings and the rosy glow it reflects in the light. We have covered a lot of ground since leaving bright and early, and our stomachs are begging to be fed. Osama has brought us to El Andalusia, a restaurant cafe. And I'm here to tell you, this has to be my top places to eat. The service was impeccable and the food was out of this world. My biggest regret was not capturing our meal. As a travel blogger, this is the biggest mistake as a filmmaker. So I highly recommend this restaurant and give them a 5 out of 5 stars. There is always an opportunity to shop in Marrakech. Shopping in the square is almost hypnotic with the mesmeric bright colors and invigorating smells of Moroccan spices. I almost feel guilty if I don't buy something. Our next stop is the Bahia Palace, built in 1866 in the middle of Marrakech's Medina. I couldn't believe how well preserved everything was. Obviously, it's famous for how beautifully the palace was decorated. Its elegant Moroccan-style showcases carved stucco, cedarwood, and intricate lattice work. The alleged tiled fireplaces, mosaics, and marble flooring, painted cedarwood ceilings, and gorgeous carved and painted wood thresholds. The stained glass windows are a favorite feature, casting beautiful colors onto the ceiling and walls when the sun hits them for only a few hours during the day. The palace is totally worth a visit, especially if you are into history, art, and architecture. We are now heading over to see the largest and oldest mosque in Marrakech, the Koutoubia Mosque. Located in a large plaza with lush gardens, it can be seen from much of the city. Here, Osama explains how prayer is done in and outside of a mosque.
So inside of the mosque there will be what we call inside al-mihrab, which is facing Mecca, facing the east here in Morocco. As you know, our prayers, like generally always is facing Mecca, is always facing the east. It's not necessarily that we pray inside of the mosque. It's better to pray inside of the mosque, but you can go everywhere, just like the spot we see, which is facing the east, and start your prayer.
The muezzin is the Muslim call to prayer and is sung 5 times a day. It is amplified by a speakerphone before dawn, midday, afternoon, before sunset, and nighttime. The most important day of prayer is Friday at noon. Topped with a spear and metal orbs, it's decorated with varying geometric arc motifs. We are finally wrapping up our full day with Osama, and he has just one more place to show us, a Moroccan carpet shop. Honestly, it was nice to stop and sit after a long day of walking. While we sip on tea, the unveiling of the rug show begins. After narrowing down the pile that has been building, I now get to watch Alfredo get down to business. This is where the bargaining is set up like a tennis match, going back and forth with offers. I couldn't help but laugh at how hard and long Alfredo thought about the deal that he was making or accepting.
Leave me alone.
We finally did make that purchase and are now proud owners of a handmade Moroccan Berber rug. We are done with our tour with our newfound friend Osama. We had a fun day and learned so much about the city.
All right, we just finished a tour of the entire city of the Medina, and this guy was incredible. He knows so much about history. So if you ever come to Morocco, this is the person you
And
have
also,
to get.
if you like to buy a carpet, you see.
Wait, he'll sell you a carpet too. He sells you everything. Houses, cars, everything.
I had a great day with you also. It was like amazing. This is the first time I'm waiting for an answer for a price of a carpet for more than 1 hour.
We broke a record.
Thank you for the company, Alfredo. Thank you. It was also I enjoyed. This is one of the very few tours I enjoy, like walking.
Thank you so much.
You're
Likewise.
very welcome. You're very welcome.
All right, cheers.
It's time to get a quick nap in because we have a hammam bath and massage scheduled for later, and a reserved dinner for 2 by the pool. See you all for day 3 in Marrakech. We traveled to see the Ouzoud Falls and grab dinner at the night market.
On behalf of Traveling Fearless and the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.